should be like you, Mel.
Ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Want authentic supporter insight on all things Bournemouth? Follow Up the Cherries in all departments on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Search TalkSport Fan Network.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Cherries fans, wherever you're watching in the world right now. Welcome back to another fantastic Monday night reaction show for Cherry Slaps. And what a show we've got for you tonight. Fantastic weekend of football, leaving us, I believe, in seventh place already. Well, fantastic start of ups and downs, as we bloody predicted. Please welcome also Malcolm Chiverton, my co-host for tonight. Welcome, Malcolm.
Hi, Ollie. Hello, everybody in the chat. Yeah, brilliant, isn't it? I've just closed the window.
Okay, yeah. So, hey, honestly, I can't go. Did you watch the game live this time, or did
yes.
you not? Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
And please do. Let's get straight into it. We didn't discuss any of this before, as we've just been catching up for the last 20 minutes. So I'm interested to know your immediate thoughts on the game overall.
Right, my very honest views. And I am here, hand on heart. It is the best ever Cherries full team performance I have ever seen. Nice. Seriously, 90 plus minutes, that was just absolutely brilliant. No negativity. I'm not even going to mention about lack of goals. It was just absolutely wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so proud to have the badge.
Yeah, can't echo those thoughts anymore. What it shows is exactly what we were discussing last week, right? So after the things that happened at Brentford, we have thoroughly learned from certain mistakes who's going to complement who we need to be bringing on and excelling in certain areas. And crikey, shout out to Senesi, Evan Nilsson, Semenyo, just some real fantastic performances. The first, 20 minutes, we could have been 3-4-0 up. Easily.
And
you're right. We're absolutely not going to dwell on the lack of goals, because the overall performance and the chances we put ourselves in for, the effort that we made to get to those spaces, the pressure that we put on Tottenham from the first minute to the last minute. We came out second half as strong as we did the first half.
That's right. Yeah.
The list goes on, and it echoes exactly what you said about it being one of the best performances, right?
Yeah.
Entirely unexpected. Just fantastic. We'll jump into a few more of the deeper stats in a moment. We've got some people in the chat at the moment. Jamie Keynes, Up the Cherries. I'd love to be a part of Cherry Slaps tonight if possible. There is a link around Jamie. Feel free to jump in the lobby below. And absolutely. We'll get you on and hear your opinions and views on the show. Sean, good evening. Evening, Sean.
Evening.
We do have some mentions and comments about the signings. Obviously, it is transfer deadline day, so these things were going to happen. Go on, Malcolm.
Yeah. Okay. So at 7 o'clock, so like 5 minutes ago, the transfer window closed. But if there are transfers, the clubs can put in what they call a deal sheet. It's got to be by the Premier League by 7 o'clock.
Yep.
All right, and they can get a 2-hour extension, so until 9 o'clock, to then, complete the deals through.
Yep.
And if they're not done by 9 o'clock, then that's it. No deal.
Okay.
So
yeah. So,
for the very last minute sort of transfers really.
Yeah, understood. Thanks for clarifying. And Dan Short just says 2 new signings today, which there are 2 to discuss. We won't be going straight into those tonight. We do want to keep this incredibly Tottenham and weekend related at first, but we do have another Cherry AM in the morning, obviously, where we'll do a big roundup of everything that's happened today anyway. Jamie Kane's excellent result of the weekend up at Cherries.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. 2, I thought only 1. No, there is 2.
Oh, it's 2.
Yeah, Dan Short's throwing them out there in the chat. Sean, can anyone else see the lobby link, or is it just me? Oh, interesting. Usually it is somewhere. What I'll do, Malcolm, in the meantime, could you message Matt or Craig to try and get that link posted? But look, while that's going down, I just wanted to run through some viewpoints of the game on Saturday. Obviously, Evan Nilsson scoring in the 5th minute with a Senesi assist. It smoothed. It was very smooth. You could tell that they'd trained that on the training pitch a number of times. Senesi, which again I love to see at the moment, is continuing to break out a little bit. The last couple of games, he's been involved with some attacking plays, which is exactly what we expect of him, being in the defensive lineup. Separate to that, obviously, we registered, I think, 20 shots compared to Tottenham's 5. And as just said, I think the first 21 minutes, I was on the edge of my seat consistently, back and forth, and we should have probably scored 3 or 4 goals. We had a bit of lower possession, but we were considerably more clinical.
That's what we do, isn't it?
Honestly, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Anyway, we don't want the ball.
It's not unknown, is it? It's not unknown. Well, the minute we get the ball, we make it the best and most effective chances possible, and that's how it works for us. So, other than that, the standout performances, as I've just mentioned, just coming back to my notes here. In defence, Senesi, Diakite, Trafford, you could tell that the Spurs attack just consistently getting frustrated, and how solidly defensive we were working with Petrovic. The whole thing was so aligned in every part of the field. They all worked together as they should have. And as you mentioned, David Brooks, Tavernier, Scott, Adams, all key contributors really in creating this build-up in sustained pressure almost. And then Evan Nilsson and Semenyo.
This one.
Go on, give it to me.
James Hill,
yeah. And again, maybe I haven't shouted about him as much because I'm still expecting more. I think I'm still expecting a bit more.
But he did a really good job.
Yeah, he did.
When he come on. Shame about Smudger getting injured, but it's the way it is. But when James Hill came on, it didn't alter anything.
Mm-hmm.
They just kept playing the same way, and it was just wonderful. It really was.
Yeah, yeah. And look, there's the link is in the chat there, everyone. I just want to echo Ethan's thoughts here. What a day to be a Cherry fan. Yeah, what a day.
Hi, Ethan. Yeah.
A fantastic weekend of football for us. And again, when it comes out of nowhere like that on the back of a defeat, it just hits so much harder. Just so much harder. We've got Sean waiting in the lobby, so I'm going to bring him in, Malcolm, and we're going to get his thoughts and feelings on the weekend of football. Sean, welcome to Cherry SLAPS this evening. How are you, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. Say good weekend all round and that.
Yeah,
so
for us for sure.
Yeah, I wanted to focus on two players because I can easily go about Tyler Adams, for example, who's looking like a Ryan Christie in defence. He's getting absolutely everywhere. Semenyo, I said before the season starts that he needs to be getting more shots on target and stuff like that. I ain't checked the stats, but I reckon he's getting more shots on target and doing better. Evan Nilsson getting off the score, but yeah, so there's lots of everyone I could go. Hill stepping in right back, brilliant. But I want to focus on Senesi and Brooks. Now, Senesi during pre-season and that wasn't looking very good, to be honest. A lot of fans, I think, thought was going to be dropped for Hill. But Senesi looked like his old self. He looked like, before Dino stepped in and came in and that, it looked like the old Senesi, and he was absolutely everywhere, doing those key passes. I think that's one of the things we miss so much about Senesi. He's been missing out on getting those key passes, the long passes. And the other player I want to focus on is Brooks. Again, he's stepping in, and I think it's even harder for him in some ways because he done well during pre-season. Obviously, he came on. It looked like Dango and Semenyo was going to be the starters, and he's going to be third choice, which is not easy. And then he obviously got choice. Dango left, so he became the side. But then Doak came in and Adley. So he could have thrown his toys out the pram or anything like that. But instead, he's stepped up and he's got even better. And to be honest, now I would say Adley and Brooks would be favoured to keep that position. So yeah, say instead of throwing toys out the pram, he's actually stepped up another gear. And yeah, for those two reasons, for those two players, I want to highlight those two.
Yeah, fair enough. I can't necessarily disagree with any of that. Malcolm, any thoughts on any of those?
Yeah. Obviously, Brooksy has stepped it up certainly another level. I'm really surprised that there was talk about maybe going to Crystal Palace for just 7 million this last week. But Andoni said no, he's not going anywhere. He wants to keep him, which is, thank goodness. He is a starter. He is a starter, without a shadow of a doubt for me. And they've all stepped up. And I'd like to just sort of make another point here against Wolves and Tottenham. They're two totally different opposition, different styles. And we actually said, playing Tottenham is easier for us because of the way they play. Obviously Wolves will sit back and whatever and do what Wolves do best probably. But playing Tottenham, we've always got that more possibilities to open them up. Probably a little bit easier, to be honest here. But the way the 90 minutes went, I just couldn't believe it. I just thought, wow, this is the perfect answer. And Andoni knew that he made a mistake against Brentford with all the changes and everything. He took it on the chin, and obviously the players reacted. And that was absolutely wonderful. It's just a shame now we've got an international break.
If I remember, didn't Tottenham not have their first shot till the 68th minute or on target or something like that?
First half, there was 0-0-0 right down the board for them. Yeah, nothing on the board. Yeah,
and again, I think that comes down to how resolute in defence. And we were, I can't stress, professionally disciplined throughout that whole match. Throughout the entire match, we were so controlled and so calculated with everything that we were doing. It was impressive to see. It really was. Sean,
I love breaking records, and I say I don't know what the record is before, but I remember hearing about the XG being 0.0, something really ridiculous for Tottenham. So I love if we break records.
0.19 at the end.
But that's got to be a record for Premier League at least.
I think it's 0.14. I think is the lowest. Yeah, it was actually up on one of the channels this weekend. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and they just failed to break us down, really. In conclusion, right? They looked, apart from their goalkeeper, what's his name, Vicario.
I don't know.
Vicario,
who was who was fantastic, pulled out some unbelievable saves. Really, really kept them in the game. Really, really kept it at 1-0. But aside from that, they looked imbalanced. They looked a bit disjointed. But we definitely controlled the tempo of that game. We orchestrated how that was going to go from start to finish, and incredibly impressive. And that's exactly what I wanted to see in these starting games of the season. That's exactly where I wanted to see us go. Right, this is what we've learned, and this is how we're now performing. We got it a bit at the Liverpool game, but we didn't get the result we wanted. I think Saturday at Tottenham was really secured that feeling now for me.
Yeah, really cool, really cool.
Even on SofaScore, I think Senesi got the highest rating on SofaScore, so it shows that even stats-wise, he was the highest rated one there. So hopefully he can keep it going.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we've got a break now, haven't we? Well deserved, well earned. So we'll see how that goes for everyone. But look, Sean, I really appreciate your thoughts and comments this evening. Hope everything's well. Congratulations to the wife again as well. I've seen that on socials. So
last session was today, so she's very happy about that. So it's very good. So now it's just just wait and see how it goes.
Excellent news. Again, thanks, Sean. I'll see you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
And we do have someone else in the chat, so we're going to get some more opinions now on the weekend of football. Hey, welcome to Cherry SLAPS. What's your name?
Hi.
Sorry, mate.
My name is Jamie.
Oh, hi, Jamie. Jamie Keynes.
Yes.
Jamie. How you doing, Jamie?
Join Cherry AM tomorrow, and
fantastic.
Great result on the weekend. The players were much better performance.
Yeah. And for you, what made it a better performance? Who was
just overall more Tyler Adams was everywhere. I thought he was really solid in that midfield. It's good to see Evan Nilsson get off the mark for the season. Hopefully first of many goals this season.
Yeah, absolutely. And I thought Senesi's assist was they're going to continue to come as well. He seems like he's a solid starting player for us at the moment. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree. I thought that was Senesi's probably his best performance in the ball shirt for this season.
Yeah.
Hopefully Smithy's not out too long. It was an hamstring.
Yeah. And in regards to the lead up to the game, how did you think Liverpool perform? What was your prediction before the game?
I was a bit nervous because of how Spurs set up in the last couple of games. See them dispatch City away. I was very nervous about it. I thought, but I wasn't expecting us to win either. I thought we would a draw, personally.
Yeah. Fantastic. Did you watch it live?
Yeah, I watched it on American Peacock TV. It's on the stick.
Nice, yeah. Good. Look, I really appreciate you coming on and giving your thoughts, Jamie. Please do come on and give your thoughts in the chat tomorrow morning for Cherry AM. Hopefully see you next week on the show.
Will do.
Awesome. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, thanks. Up at Cherries.
Up the Cherries. Malcolm, after a couple of people have come on and given their thought process, it doesn't seem, again, for a third week in a row that we're going to get any Tottenham fans, but we're going to continue to work on these. Now, in the meantime, I've got a couple of questions for you. Now, we mentioned earlier, it's kind of what we do best, right? Having less possession, but we had more shots. We dominated in every area of the pitch.
Yeah.
Is that what we go for? Is that now what we aim for? Is the quality over quantity when we've got the ball at our feet? And is that now going to be Andoni and Bournemouth's kind of cohesive game plan moving forward to outmatch these bigger teams?
I think it's it's in the players' DNA now what Andoni's instilled in them. Let them have the ball, and we just basically force them into mistakes all the time, which obviously happened at Tottenham.
Yeah,
they weren't up for the 1-against-1. Wayward passing. There were no heads up from the Tottenham players. It was quite surprising. Players that you expected to at least show up You know, they just didn't.
Mm.
I think, you know, basically, obviously for Cario in goal, their defender and come on, Bergwell, when he come on, he was the only one that actually he looked like he wanted to do something, but nobody around him to help him out. I mean, I was a bit concerned when he came on because he was, you know, basically a little spark in their darkness, if you like.
Yeah.
But fortunately, you know, Bournemouth kept to their plan and just stuck at it and kept going and kept going. Obviously, it was, you know, the last sort of 10 minutes that Tottenham were going to have a lot more of the ball. But we just had to keep our shape, which they did. The defence are absolutely superb. You know, that, you know, that's not including Petrovic. That is just the back four, you know, and the midfield and then all working together. Absolutely brilliant. And a standout thing for me, I was obviously watching on TV, you get the whole picture, was we were defending literally from the front. Now, every goal kick they had, or free kick around their box, they were itching, the forwards and midfield were itching to get at them. It was just wonderful to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And they were looking, the Tottenham players were looking at where the hell do I play it to? Because they were a little bit sort of on edge. If I play left or play right, you know, they're covered and everything. And this high press, absolutely wonderful. I just love it.
Yeah.
Bring it on. Sometimes it is very, very chaotic. And obviously, when you're playing different teams, maybe like the likes of, come on, throw one in Crystal Palace, who defend like, you know, probably the best defensive setup that I've seen in the Premier League. When you go up against them, it's not going to be the same. You know, so you have to change your tactics a little bit. But
yeah. And ultimately, at the weekend, Tottenham's approach was ineffective. It was
lackluster, I would say.
Yeah, they couldn't convert possession into chances. They weren't effective in any aspect of the pitch. And I've got to stress, without Vicario in goal, I think that could have easily been 4 or 5-0. Easily. Three in the first 20 minutes. I mean, there were some fantastic efforts.
What about Brooksy's outside of the left foot cross then?
Yeah, brilliant, right? Absolutely brilliant. I can see.
What a shame Antoine couldn't put that one in.
Yeah, I know.
But it was just so close.
I think you can see Anton was getting a bit frustrated with coming so close every time. He had the header, didn't he, which just went over the bar. He had the touch that came just off the goalkeeper. He had the right-footed effort from the left-hand side of the box. So many chances, but
I mean, to be honest with you, he did very well because, I mean, he got a stupid yellow card early on, didn't he? And it was petulant, really. Yes, there was a call about maybe a second yellow card in the second half, but the referee indicated like that, which the players came together. There was he didn't go in for a foul or anything. It was just two players coming together.
And that was after a potential VAR call, which got dismissed, wasn't it? For the kick of Senesi, I think.
Senesi, that's right. Yeah, in the box. Yeah.
And it was kind of dismissed a little bit.
Yeah. Obviously, VAR is I mean, we don't like it, do we? Let's be honest. It had a bad weekend, didn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the Chelsea Fulham game. But even the pundits, you know, I've watched so much football over the weekend and things that have come out. I'm just thinking, why are they getting involved? Why don't you let the referees referee the game and give it a referee's call? If the referee says play on, then let them play on.
Yeah.
You know, and it's killing the game.
Yeah.
And they said they weren't going to get so much involved, but they always do. But it's
and would you have liked to see that go a certain way? Would that have been a card on a free kick for you?
What do you mean? With Semenyo?
With Senesi.
With Senesi.
That was outside the box, wasn't it, I believe?
And he was inside the box. You mean when we were attacking them in the second half?
Them and then afterwards, Semenyo was.
That's right. Yeah. So the one on Senesi, both players went up high-footed. If one was a lot later, and I mean, when you say a lot, you're talking about maybe a second to 2 seconds maximum, then the referee will notice that and he'll say, yes, it was a late challenge, and he could probably give a penalty for it. But when two players go up and it's at the same time, who's right, who's wrong? They've both got high foots anyway, haven't they? So, let it go up, which I thought was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And again, with what followed with Semenyo, when the two came together. So I don't see it as a foul. And obviously VAR can't get involved because it would have only been a yellow anyway, so it was the ref's call and he let it go. And I think that was the right thing to do, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's nothing against, obviously, Tottenham fans will say, oh, it was a clear yellow. No, it wasn't. He didn't go in to tackle the guy deliberately to foul him. It was two players coming together, and that's what you have to look at. So, but take nothing away from it. Yeah, you can pick out individual bits and pieces, and I mean the Tottenham fans. I've read so much and seen so much online. It's just unbelievable. They're all going after the ref. Now, come on, if I was a Tottenham fan, I wouldn't even consider the ref. I'd consider the players that I support and say, why aren't you doing the job you're paid to do?
Mm-hmm.
Because it really was a dire performance from Tottenham. And certainly not expected from the Thomas Frank side. So,
no. And he can't have been happy with that either. I think there's a lot of takeaways for Tottenham. And I think this will be a stump in their road that they didn't expect currently. I think Bournemouth have been known to do now. The last couple of seasons, that has been us, isn't it? We have been the win streak enders for teams like
possibly,
City.
whatever.
The history makers, beating teams away at stadiums that we've never won at before. A couple of teams in the same season. So these kinds of things are continuing to happen now, and it's great to see. It's really, really great to see how strong a position we are. 2 games in, 3 games in. Fantastic. I just want to come over to the chat.
Yeah, please do.
Sean, I think with Hill stepping up as right back, Senesi looking like his old self, and 2 defenders coming in, and Andoni showing he's not afraid to give starters for new players. Good luck trying to guess the team. It's picking teams are going to get harder and harder.
Can we just dive in on that point?
Of course.
I think obviously, let's just say the fans that watch that game Saturday will say there's no way you're going to change that starting lineup for the next game, to the Brighton game in 2 weeks' time. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen when the players come back, how the 2 new players are going to be integrating in training, etc. It is a possibility that they'll start the same and maybe give everybody an hour, see how the game's going, and then throw 1 or 2. And I'm sure Andoni's not going to throw them all in at the deep end. He's learned his lesson for Brentford game, and he'll remember that. That'll carry him through the season. He won't make that mistake again. So the good chance that they'll come in. Senesi, I don't want to see him dropped, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's going to be difficult for the young lad who's just coming in to get a start. But the FA Cup's not that far away, and I'm sure he'll get some starts there. He'll get some minutes.
Yeah, and Donny's really good at sharing that time, I think, even if he brings people in, for 15 minutes here or 20 minutes there at the end of a show, right?
Yeah. Yeah, carry on. That's what I want to say. Sorry.
No, fantastic. No, Sean also said it's the headache all managers want.
Yeah, exactly.
It wouldn't be. They're not a better problem to have, right? Especially at this time of the stadium. We all thought, and there was some big panic for some people. I'm not going to say we, actually, Malcolm. Let me take that away. Some people were really concerned about the lead up to the season with our recruitment and with replacements for people that we were missing. And it's just, again, I have to come back to the fact that here on the channel, we weren't that concerned. And
Absolutely not.
I think this Saturday really has summed up all of my thoughts on pre-season. All of everything that I thought was going to happen really did come together on Saturday.
I think it depends which channel you watch, really.
Yeah, very true. Sean, the runs was the most impressive to me, finding gaps and they couldn't figure out who to mark. Yeah, absolutely.
His man marking was good and his blocks as well. So,
Yeah. Ethan Burney, well said, Malcolm. I'm a ref and it makes me angry. They don't let the refs do their job.
Yeah, exactly, Ethan. Yeah. Oh, Ollie stalled. Ollie's just moved house. What's happened to your internet, Ollie? Oh dear. Here we go. Do you want me to take over? Oh my goodness me. Okay, well we'll hide this one. See if that works and bring this one up. So Sean says if I was a neutral, the penalty calls are 50-50 and should be down to the ref, but Semenyo should have had a second yellow. It was a foul, and since it was a clear attacking chance, then a yellow. It depends which way you look at it, really. I mean, I'm not going to say one way or the other. I just took it as it came, accept the ref's decision, and that was fine for me. I mean, everybody has their thoughts, and yeah, that's the way it is. And what else have we got here? Oh, something else from Sean. I haven't analysed it. They're just my initial thoughts. Yeah, well, I mean, you can look it back and take it as it comes, really, Sean. I mean, I recorded the game and was very happy enough to, have the opportunity through the rest of this week, as we got no football, to rewatch the game again. I don't know where Ollie's gone. I think what we'll do, I'm going to bring somebody else in here and say,
hey, Mouse.
Hi, Chris Hubble. Welcome to the show. Yeah, good to see you. Good to see your face. We normally see you in the chat on Cherry AM in the week. So
yeah, we do.
How you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're trying to save energy.
Yeah.
No lighting.
No.
So what's your thoughts on the game then? Did you go?
Felt all right. I mean, there's many should have been given another yellow card. I think it should have been subbed. But it's referee saying it. You can't give someone a yellow card and say, oh, it's a bad tackle. But pretty well. Got a goal by Evan Ilston. Great goal. Be on Brighton next week.
Week after.
Yeah. That's
right. He's back again.
Hey Chris, how you doing?
Good, thanks, Ollie.
Good. Yeah, sorry about that. This
right.
internet situation in North Wales isn't the greatest.
Right there.
I missed thoughts and opinions, Chris. Did you watch it?
Don't worry about it. It's okay. We just waffled our way through it like we do.
Yeah, like we do.
Good.
So what do you actually think of the game then, Chris, as a whole? Did you actually watch it live?
I did. Yeah. It's a good game, to be fair. We had 17 shots to their 1, and we scored 1 goal.
Yeah.
Okay. They're real good. We got 2 new centre-backs in now, so that's good enough for us.
Do you think that's enough that we got?
Yeah, I think we've got 2 new centre-backs in. We don't need any more. We've got cover for everyone else if we need it. We've got Semenyo, got Unal coming back. So we've done well in the win there, I think.
I think the squad is pretty good in depth now, isn't it?
Yeah,
pretty well covered everywhere. So
yeah, stronger squad is good enough for us.
Great stuff.
Ready to kick
Ollie.
on.
Good. Yeah, fantastic, Chris. I appreciate it. Thanks so much, and thanks for jumping in and taking my spot, mate. While
mate. Thanks.
You're all right.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris. See you again. Malcolm, appreciate that. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Some of the comments. Did you run through the comments?
No. Well, actually, I went through some of Sean's.
Yeah.
So we got something else here. Hang on. Here we go.
Cool.
All right, Chris and Malcolm. Looking forward to seeing new signings after the international break. Yeah, Jamie. Yeah. So are we. Watch this space. See how things go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Should be really interesting and see how they blend in with the rest of the squad. But yeah, exciting times.
Absolutely, yeah. And,
you are. Here's one for you.
Sean then says, "I need the pub's internet again." Yeah, I'm working on it, Sean. I wish I had enough time to get to the pub and do this every day from the pub. That'd be fantastic. Unfortunately, not the time nor the money.
Jamie says, "Yeah, thank you for giving me the opportunity to give my thoughts on the Spurs game. Ollie, up the Cherries."
Absolutely, yeah. More than
Our
welcome.
pleasure, Jamie. Yeah, come on whenever you want to, mate. That's all we can say. Cherry AM in the week.
Yeah, for sure. And I think I'm doing it with Sean tomorrow, and you've got Thursday.
I got Wednesday. Cherry AM.
Monday today. Yeah, sorry, I'm a day behind already. Wednesday for Malcolm doing his Cherry AM, which is fantastic.
So
very much looking forward to that.
See if I can get all this right, all this technical business.
Or is that me again? I believe that's Malcolm that's gone. Crikey. Are you there, Malcolm?
I'm here.
Did I just back out, or was that you?
I didn't do anything.
It must have been me dipping out again. Look, just to close off the show, Chris obviously also says thank you for having me on, Ollie and Mal. More than welcome, Chris. Absolute pleasure. We won't be back next week for Cherry Slaps because there is no football at the weekend.
No football?
But that means we will be back on, I believe, the 15th of September, Monday the 15th of September, after the Brighton game.
Right.
Who also just had a fantastic result this weekend against Man City.
Well, didn't they just? I mean, I could talk football all night long because there was just so much to talk about. Oh dear. Oh, you're there now. You keep freezing up.
If there's any other further thoughts or comments, please do let me know. But otherwise, up the Cherries.
Yeah. Can I just say before we disappear, for all those obviously watching, catch Ollie tomorrow morning with Sean and Cherry AM. I'll be here on Wednesday, and I can't remember. He's on Thursday. You on Thursday as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I think so.
I believe you are. Yeah, and then obviously Matt and Paul from Oz on Friday. All right. Thanks for supporting the channel, and we'll see you all again soon. So, Ollie, up the Cherries.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys, and see you all again. Cheers.
TalkSport Fan Network.
The ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Want authentic supporter insight on all things Bournemouth? Follow Up the Cherries in all departments on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Search TalkSport Fan Network.
I should be like you, Mel.